So, I don't really know what is intrinsically valuable about people. Like, I kind of think that, like, most people aren't that great. Like, I think a lot of them are kind of shitty and, like, narcissistic, particularly, like, in the sense that they have this well, in one part, man doesn't want to be. I think it was Tolstoy. Man doesn't want to be played like piano keys. So, like, if you go to a man and you tell him everything that he should do to fix his life and make things better, then he'll reject that out of rebellion, out of his own individualistic choice. And to some sense, there's like something uh, admirable about a willpower that won't be tamed or whatever, but um, and homogenized and or whatever. But it's like, I don't know, like people are just so immediately careless, require so much like money and status and power for you to matter, and and then there's an awful lot of rapport and sense of understanding that has to go on. But like at the same time, it's like most people, when I talk to them, it's like they're dog shit, like terrible. Like they don't know how to talk at all. They don't know how to share. They're complete cowards about everything that they're saying, and it's it's ridiculous. And then at the same time, like, are they actually having complex thoughts, or are they only just like thinking simply? And I think that most people hide what they think. I think they never say what they think. And there's a disingenuousness with the society in general that is like, be super nice, be super kind, um, but also some of it's kind of false and it's disingenuous and it doesn't help. um, Ultimately it doesn't help people because like they don't know the truth and they don't speak the truth. And like this is perhaps like things would go to hell if there wasn't more politeness like this. But I don't know, someone's like, hi, how are you, good to see you, nice to meet you, whatever. And I'm like, how the fuck was it nice to meet me? You don't know anything about me. And did I elicit some amazing emotions or whatever? Or just like stupid small talk. And small talk is supposed to be a bridge into like depthful talk for people who are um, a little more sophisticated and aren't just like, well, aren't just like waiting for pleasure, and not trying to learn how to optimize and adapt to the future, and like to look at one's present self and think, how could I make the best possible outcome and strive for the um, best possibility. And it's arrogance, it's laziness and arrogance at the same time. um, like some of it's just like, oh, that's a lot of effort to change, to restructure your lifestyle and your brain and your beliefs. um, and so it's like a lot of effort. But then part of it is, what was my original point? Oh my god, I lost it. Second part, um, progressing towards the future. Oh, it's arrogance. It's arrogance because it's like people assume that like they won't need skills, they won't need to be aware, they won't need to be able to think through problems um, and know how to act morally in a situation. And like it's, I don't know, it's like daily living. A lot of people are just like daily living. The majority of the population is just like, they do what they're told, given by society, the goals, So like get the house, get the wife, get the job, or career, a college education, and basically have a house, have a job, and then have a wife, and which is like technically nothing wrong with that, but it's like that's where it ends. It's like people just like sit around and they watch entertainment, and maybe I'm missing out. Maybe I am missing some art and entertainment that is incredibly valuable and enriching and would teach me things. And there are times when art and entertainment are useful, but the vast majority of the time, most people are just like, they're catching up to this show, to that show, to that show, and they've learned nothing, and they're accumulating nothing, and they're just wasting time, not taking like 10 years to build up a skill and make themselves knowledgeable and like potentially more valuable, say as a creator, as a freelancer, but also personally more interesting and having more fun and being more entertained. But like when you develop these skills and when you become creative, when you become intellectually adept, like your life opens up. Everything's much more meaningful. It's a lot more fun. It's like you get this dopamine that is like it more than dope. Like it's meaning. You could be bored as shit, and like once you build up a skill and you do something, then your life is enriched. Like you got something worthwhile to work on, and yeah, and then just having discipline and like not being like a scatterbrained, impulsive sort of hedonist, like avoiding just constant entertainment and overstimulating yourself, and just like it weakens your soul doing all those things. Like it makes you it, like you grow to rely on pleasure and comfort, and that makes you crave it. And then if something difficult happens or you have to do something difficult, and there's like say you're putting off the reward, you're suffering now and then you're putting off, and there's a reward in the future, it's like you're just gonna miss out on all the truly expensive, valuable things in life. And most of those things come from like efforts for years, something you build up and something you work on. And yeah, whether that's a relationship or drawing and writing and creating a TV show or something like that, or making music, or learning to code and create apps, or help build an organization or a charity and help people, and like learn how to help people and learn about how to hang or take care of someone, or I don't really know, but it's like a lot of people is like they're just like, what do? And like they kind of got good at video games, they're not really that good at video games, and then they watch TV. And it's like, sure, it might be really awesome to watch TV for the moment, but it's like doing it all the time, it's like in 10 years it's like you could be making the TV show, or you could be living the adventure that you watch on the TV show, or something better than that, something more meaningful. It's like sacrifice your time, ignore entertainments for the most part, and try to it's okay, like sometimes there's valuable stuff, but for the most part don't waste your time on entertainments, and like build for the future, and like do something for like 5-10 years, and master it, and that will bring you a lot more meaning and usefulness and value to your life than just like kicking back and playing Call of Duty for a little bit of cheap dopamine, but ultimately just building up a need for more dopamine. Yeah.